What is going on, y'all? That's right, it's your boy, BNNCZ3 here, and I'm so glad you stopped by. That's right, you Malakis. That's right, you Malakis. No one but you to spend some of your quality time to hang out with me today, because we are going to be going over the absolute, in my opinion, best free-to-play build that will allow your account to progress so much faster than any of your peers, okay? Unless they're following this guide, okay? So check this out, guys. We're going to be covering buildings, building setups. We're going to be covering heroes. We're going to be covering a lot of stuff, including research, what gear to build, all that good stuff. But we're going to be really fast-paced about this, all right? So, guys, please keep up. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I want to do an updated version of it, okay? So, check this out. Step number one, or rule number one, you absolutely want to build 9 manors, 2 barracks, and 6 infirmaries. Why? Because it's the absolute most efficient build you can possibly make. People are going to be like, but I have like 500,000 troops. I need my infirmaries. Well, bro, you build those then, okay? Have a nice day, right? I'm telling you guys this right now from experience. The absolute best possible build, the most efficient build for these buildings up top is 9 manors, 6 infirmaries, and 2 barracks. You'll have the absolute best of all the worlds. You'll be able to attack, and even if you lose your entire march, guess what? Your infirmary still won't fill up. You could join a rally and lose all your troops in a rally, and guess what? Your infirmary still won't fill up. The 240,000 gives you a buffer even at 375,000 troop marches, okay? Also, 2 barracks are the absolute best training you could ever possibly get. It's the most efficient, okay? There's no other way to do it, right? 1 barracks is less efficient, and 3 barracks is less efficient, and 4 barracks is even more less efficient, okay? And the 9 manors is for gold production and troop production, okay? Don't mistake it, guys. You're still going to try to do offensive stuff, join rallies, all that good stuff. This build right here, if you follow it to a T, you can get in a guild like OOC and still donate troops to rallies and still keep your guild spot and collect a lot of these good, delicious guild gifts like I'm about to right now. Like, look at this, bro. There's a legendary one right there, right? And you can get this kind of stuff too if you're a ride or die kind of a player, right? But you have to be able to have the troops to back it up. So let's go ahead and move on though, right? Resource buildings. The absolute best combination of resource buildings I have ever played with is 7 mines, 5 lumber mills, and 5 quarries. That's 7 ore, 5 stone, and 5 wood, and 1 farm, okay? Do not destroy your 1 farm in case you ever want to rebuild something, because a lot of things are very dependent on that farm. So just don't destroy it, okay? And the reason I say that is because when you get all of your heroes up to gold, let's say you have a maxed out account with all gold heroes, okay? And when you go to build these buildings right here, once they get to 25, they will all produce about the same exact amount of resources. So on my main account, I produce something like 500,000, 550,000, something like that of every resource when I'm resource spec. So I never have to gather. I will always have resources coming in, okay? That is a big pro. I do not recommend hyper farming, because if you guys do, you need to find other people you can trade resources with. And then you take a tax penalty, okay? This is not every man for himself. This is literally, don't screw yourself, because if you find people come and go, bros, in this game. So you need to take care of yourself, all right? The first building, guys, and I'm not going to go past the second building, okay? The first building after you hit C25 that you want to get to level 25 is going to be your vault, mainly for the gold protection, but it does allow you to store other resources, okay? At more resources, basically, okay? And so when people know that you are a level 25 Volt, they usually don't bug you as often, okay? Because they know they're not going to get all 2 million of your gold or whatever amount of gold you've got, okay? But if you don't have a 25 Volt, bro, you're open season all day long. Also, the next one is Watchtower. The only reason being is because it is indefinitely awesome. And what I mean by that is that it serves a dual purpose, okay? Not only does it tell you what's coming at you, the exact troop count, everything, okay? But also down here at 25, it reduces your enemy's attack by 10%. That's so good. You don't got to do anything. It passively does that for you, okay? I know I know when you're getting attacked, it says, press this button. You don't have to if you don't want to, okay? You don't have to. It's going to give you the 10% bonus regardless. But past that, guys, it doesn't really matter which one you get to 25 next. I would err on the side of caution here that getting a level 25 embassy, it does sound nice and all that good stuff, but I'm letting you know that it's going to be like almost 9.9999999% of the time out of 10% idle. Literally, it's going to be idle because you're just not going to be getting attacked as much as you think so. But if you are, maybe that's the next building you get to 25, right? The other buildings I would recommend getting are the trading posts, right? The other items like the barracks, the manors, all that stuff, yeah, it's nice to have those to 25, but that's more if you're trying to be more offensive, okay? I wouldn't recommend that, by the way, because then you're going to get zeroed, you're not going to have any leaders, yada, yada, yada. A lot of troubles with that, all right? Let's go ahead and move on to oh, by the way, I would not recommend getting these special buildings, the prison, battle hall, and the altar. I would not recommend trying to rush those to 25, and I also would not recommend trying to get your castle to 25 because you fall into a much higher point system whenever you're trying to do these events. And guys, please don't screw yourselves, okay? These boxes down here, these rare material chests are so invaluable to boosting your account up with better research gear, better building gear. Like, there are so many pros with getting those, okay? And the events are only harder the higher castle level and the higher might you are, okay, fam? So just don't do it, okay? Just don't do it. I promise you guys, you can rush to C17. Sure, get your T3 unlocked, but stop there and build everything up evenly. I promise you guys, you're not going to regret it. It may be slower, but unless you're a weekend warrior that's trying to beat the game in a day and then otherwise you uninstall, bro, Lords Mobile, I've been playing it for a year and there's no way to beat the game, so you might as well just take it one day at a time, right? Best advice I can give to anybody. Let's talk about research, right? I would highly recommend you guys, 99.9% of you guys, to focus on your monster hunting. If you guys are trying to play this game to be higher and higher and higher, focus on your monster hunting. I know I preach don't do this on your trap accounts, guys. Look, my trap account was made prior to it being a trap account, and I did researches on it prior to it actually trying to be a trap account, and I just kind of went with it, right? But I instantly regret it. For the record, I instantly regret it, okay? Because there's a lot of might here I could never get back. Like this guy right here, the research that, 43,000, that's 20,000 more T1 troops. Anyways, what I'm trying to say here, fam, is focus on your monster hunting tree. The absolute most. That is your number one priority. Second priority is economy, actually. Because as a free-to-play player, you really shouldn't be trying to attack everything that moves, because then you're going to have no troops, and then when it comes time to join rallies, you can't because you don't have any troops. And then when you're in a higher tier guild, they're looking for those kinds of players to donate troops, and if you're asked out, bro, you are literally asked out. They do not want you anymore in their guild, okay? So focus monster hunting, focus economy, then focus your defense tab, okay? And then when you get to T4 in a year or two, then we can talk past then. But guys, monster hunting, economy, then military. Not military, economy, then monster hunting. Because I'm telling you guys, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot if you guys do it the other way around. I'm telling you guys right now, you can disagree with me all you want to, but I have reasons, but I can't explain them inside this video. It would take way too long, all right? Gear. 1,000,000% gear. I highly recommend everybody that is a free-to-play player go all 3 troop types. That means literally when you build a batch of, say, I don't know, like rail guards, you build your batch of rail guards, then you turn around, build a batch of stealth fighters, turn around, build a batch of royal cavalry, okay? Or build whatever your guild needs you to build, basically. Some guilds require you to build all archers or all whatever the case may be. Build what they need you to build, okay? But when you're building your gear, guys, I highly recommend use this filter. I promise you guys right now, you cannot go wrong, okay? Go to the filter, click construction speed, go through all of the ranks right here, and then click on the gear, right? Like this right here, I can already tell you is not free to play, the Terra Lash. Why? Because it needs these seeds right here, the Terrathorn seeds. That's not free to play. So do yourself a solid, go through all of your search filters, and pick out the absolute best gear that you can use that's free to play, and build it. At the top end, do not, guys, I'm telling you right now, it pains me to see this all the time, and I see it a lot. People build Elder Garbs, and they are so not okay to build. I'm telling you guys right now, I absolutely just want to punch like a kitten or a whale or I don't know, like my mother or something, right? I want to do something when I see higher level accounts wearing elder garbs because, bro, the cavalry male is 7% research, and the elder garbs is 5.5. 1.5% research on 100+ day research is several hours, bro. That's all I'm saying, okay? Or even a day or two, okay? That's all I'm trying to say here, fam. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Try to suss out what your top level is for free to play and build that item, because going from 1 to like 50 goes by fairly quick, but to go from 50 to 60 takes a little bit longer, okay? So try to do that, fam. Also, there is a click button right here that says sort by usable level. If I click that, all the other items become obsolete, right? Do you see this? Do you see how that worked? Do you see how that worked, right? Anyways, what I'm trying to say here, fam, is use the search filters. It will absolutely do you a lot of good in this game. Build your research gear first, then build your construction gear, and then at the end of the day, bros, you go right over here to your research filter again if you would like, or you do what I do, which is go through the gear list and say, okay, I know all the guys at the bottom are red, I can't use, but if you scroll a little bit higher, well, I can use this 55, I can use this at 50, 50, so on and so forth, okay? And then suss out what items you personally want to wear. Like, honestly, right now, the best free-to-play helmet in the game right now is the Indulgent Visage, right? The absolute best free-to-play chest piece for a free-to-play player is a mix between Armor of the Abyss, Grimy Plate, and I would honestly say Regal Plate Mail because of the 5% army HP. But all of the other chest pieces don't come close. Like, they just don't come close, all right? And the other ones that you can see down here, these all require ultra rares, all right? The best boots in the game, the absolute best legs in the game, in my opinion, are the honeycomb chaps. A lot of guys are going to say, he's foolish! But I'm not, all right? Winter Stompers were good, but honeycomb chaps are just that much better, okay? They really are. The absolute best free-to-play weapon in the game for a mixed-trooped user is Fiery Tomahawk. Bro, if you are cavalry ranged, Falcon Gale. It clearly states it right there, cavalry ranged. If you are looking for infantry range, bro, the Venom Stinger, okay? Anything else, if you're specializing in infantry, they make a weapon for that. They make a weapon for ranged as well. And so that's all I'm trying to say here, guys. Use your filters, okay? Use your filters. If I'm an infantry guy, infantry attack, right there, boom. These are all the infantry items I've got available to me that I can use with infantry attack on them, okay? You know, these are all the items I've got that have infantry attack. The simple as that, bro. Use your filters, okay? I get so many messages, what's the best gear? And I say, use your filter. And they're like, well, thanks, you know, butthole. I'm not trying to be a butthole, all right? I'm trying to get you to use your brain. If I teach you how to fish, you can fish all the time. But if I just give you a fish, you're always going to come back. And that's not the purpose of this channel. The purpose of this channel is for you to come for entertainment, some education, but if you're not learning anything and you got to keep coming back and asking for the same questions over and over and over again, bro, I'm letting you know that one time I can't answer your question or whatever because I'm not around is that time you get zeroed or you make a bad mistake because you ask somebody else. Educate yourselves, okay? That's all I'm trying to say here, fam. Also, your offhand, the best offhand for a free-to-play player, it would honestly have to be a mix between Crusader Shield, Frostwing Shield, Terrorblade, Lunar Scimitar. It really depends on what kind of troop build you're going, okay? If you're not really going any kind of a build, I would recommend going with the Frostwing Shield because it's such a round-based item, right? So if you're mixed troops, Frostwing Shield. If you're infantry range, bro, Crusader Shield. If you are mostly ranged, Lunar Scimitar is amazing, okay? There's so many different choices out there that people don't take advantage of. Same thing, Cavalry range, Noah's Cube, okay? Just because it's level 35 doesn't mean it's less of an item, okay? Accessories. The absolute best free-to-play attacking accessories. 1,000,000,000% Lost Island relics. Unless you are all cav, then go Sentinel circlets. Or, yeah, that's pretty much about it. There's not, I mean, you can use Ivory Choker. If you're all cav, Ivory Choker, my bad. If you're all cav, Ivory Choker's the best. If you're infantry cavalry, Aqua, and something, you guys know what I'm talking about. This item right here, okay? There's other items like that that are coming out more and more and more, and that's why I'm doing an updated version of this video. But I'm letting you guys know that, you know, you need to pick your destination and go for it, is what I'm trying to say at the end of the day for all of these guys right here. Now let's talk about why you shouldn't invest into these guys really quick here. First off, number one, invest in your heroes, bro. Absolutely. If you suck at the Coliseum, that's fine. Having heroes like Bomb and Goblin to gold to give you that 20% army attack, it's just amazing. You will save so many gems and just troop losses from attacking and maybe even defending that it'll help you out, okay? I promise you guys. Invest in your heroes, okay? I literally gave this account 200,000 gems worth of Bravehearts, and I've almost made every one of those gems back. And if I count the amount of troops I've saved, I have earned well over 200,000 gems worth of troops saved because I was able to get these gold heroes, right? Rose Knight, Tracker, Demon Slayer, all that stuff, okay? And so you can't think about it like, I need to win today! And then you expend all your gems on buildings that aren't doing anything besides collecting dust. I'm letting you guys know, it's about 600,000 for all three of these buildings, right? About 600,000. And if you had 600,000 gems worth of Bravehearts, you could build a really solid Coliseum team and earn gems on an hourly basis, okay? You don't need the big guy to be in the top 10 or even the top 5. I've proven that before on earlier videos, okay? It is very doable as a free-to-play player, but you absolutely need to be eyes on the ball, right? And there's a couple other things you need to do, but that's besides the point, okay? As far as leveling up your heroes, guys, look, don't run into too many chiefs and not enough Indians, okay? Meaning, do not have a whole wall of green heroes, yada, 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 and then wonder why you're not doing good in the Coliseum or why your hero chapters are suffering, or don't wonder why, because you're doing it to yourself, all right? Do yourself a favor, pick a core group of 5 that you can use, honestly, for the hero chapters, because that's where you guys are going to try to progress in, right? Hero chapters. Pick 5 for your hero chapters, and then out of those 5, make sure at least 2 to 3 are pretty good for the Coliseum. That does not mean Demon Slayer. He's not a very good hero chapter hero. He's not. But heroes that are good for the Coliseum and the hero chapters are Rose Knight, Tracker, and Prima Donna. Why not focus those 3 to gold first, right? Focus them to purple first, okay? And then pick 2 other heroes you want to go for, okay? All I'm trying to say here, fam, is have a plan and go for it. Don't spread all your stuff out. Get a core group of 3 to purple first, okay? I highly recommend that you guys have a minimum of 2 heroes that can stun on command for the hero chapters. If you're going to progress all the way up to chapter 8 and all that good stuff, and all the way through 8 Elite, I promise you guys right now, you need 2 heroes that can stun on command, meaning that their ultimates will stun, okay? Big Guy's one of them for me, but you can use Child of Light, okay? Rose Knight might not, she might be the other one, okay? Rose Knight's a good viable choice, but all I'm saying here is a minimum of 2, okay? You want to have a minimum of 1 tank, a minimum of 1 support. Now you're like, yo, that's like 10 heroes. What are you talking about? Well, heroes all kind of like go together, right? So Rose Knight is a support / stunner, so she counts for both roles, okay? And so that's another thing too. Support to me means a pseudo healer, okay? Meaning they're not exactly a main healer, but they can heal a good amount, okay? And that's why I tell you guys to buy the $5 hero packs, right? Like I tell you guys, buy the $5 hero packs because maybe she'll heal you up or whatever the case may be, right? Or you guys, hopefully you're getting the point by now, right? Pick a set team, go for it. I literally did a video so long ago. It's called the best hero composition guide, Lord's Mobile. Look it up, guys. I go over the reasons of why, and I tell you how to pick your heroes out and all that good stuff, right? I would still follow that guide to this very day because it still stands true to this day. But anyways, though, guys, y'all know what I'm talking about, though. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Be safe. Thanks for stopping by and spending some of your quality time to hang out with me today. And, you know, stay classy.